Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I'm really happy to be back so soon from my last video, since I know that my Empire and my ゚READ video were quite far apart. But today I'd like to do something a bit different. Today I'm not here to review a new LARP. I'd really actually like to talk to you guys about a LARP experience I had. Many of you have asked me about different LARP experiences I've had and different scenes that I've been involved in. You've been curious of how they've played out and what's actually happened. Both people who have followed me online and both people in real life who wanted to know how a scene went down they couldn't witness in real life. So today I would love to talk to you about a scene that happened at Empire LARP at E3 of this year. Now, talking about experiences you have at a LARP can be kind of difficult. For some people, it's kind of hard to wrap your head around. You're not in the moment when someone tells you about it, and you don't experience the adrenaline that you do when you're in the actual scene, but try to think of it like I'm telling you about a really elaborate dream I had, but the dream actually happened. To preface all of this, I should tell you about my Empire character. I play a character called Dulcinea Eurydice Flowers Rosengard, and Dulcinea is part of the house ゚READ and Dawn. Now, I am new to ゚READ. I will be playing with them my first time this season, and I am very excited. The outfit I have on today, this whole getup, is of Dulcinea. Black and gold clothing, the golden eyes, the black hair, the hair bows. This is what Dulcinea looks like. I will put some pictures up on screen. Now, I always preface my Empire and LARP videos like this. If you see me at a LARP, be it Empire or elsewhere, please feel free to come and say hi. A lot of you at E3 said hi to me last game, which was so exciting and so polite. You were all so lovely and gentle with me, and I very much so appreciate that. And personally, I'm not someone who cares about immersion breaking. If you see me in Navarre during the night and you would like to come say hello just out of character, I don't mind, please do, I would love to meet you. But anyway, let's get on to this scene. Now, my last Empire video brought a lot of traffic to me in a way that it opened up a lot of doors for connections, and opened up one of my favourites, that Dulcinea has a brother in the Crimson Reaper cartel. Now, I do believe it was the Crimson Reapers that approached me in the YouTube comments of my video, and we wanted to come up with a connection but we weren't sure how, and the Reaper I was talking to came up with the idea that maybe someone in the Reapers is Dulcinea's long lost brother. And I said yes. I never really saw Dulcinea as having a family. She was known that she ran away from them several years ago and pirated for 10 years, so I never thought of her as having a family, but a brother did make sense when I thought about it. So we started discussing it and started discussing how we would re-meet. We weren't sure at first if it would just be a dramatic reunion in Dawn or in the League, or if it would be something more secretive, just kept to Dulcinea and the Crimson Reapers, but we decided to sort of go big or go home. Very quickly, in no time at all, these started to show up all around Anvil. Now, this might be a bit confusing because it says on it, Elamia Rosengard. Elamia is Dulcinea's birth name. She took on Dulcinea as her Descendry's name to embody a new persona, but at the time, confusing again, she was going by the name Luna Argine. Now, I said that Dulcinea pirated for 10 years, and she did, and she had a fake persona that whole time. Luna Argine, highwayman and privateer extraordinaire. It's a past that Dulcinea isn't the proudest of, but she did it anyway, and she still has a very piratey persona now. But yeah, these started to show up saying missing, and given that Dulcinea was around Anvil, she clearly wasn't missing, and immediately people started to panic. But it was a good sign, they wanted her alive, but I think the Reaper's one issue is that they put their name on the missing poster, and if you know these Sendries, you'll know they don't really take shit from anyone. Dulcinea used to be of a house called House Dulag. That was my first house at Empire, and she's now with Descendries, but a player from Dulac called Caspian came up to Dulcinea and said, "Not to alarm you, Dulcinea, but there are some posters of you around Anvil. I think they might be wanted posters, but you might want to check on them." And thus Dulcinea and 2 Descendries went out and looked for these posters. The first poster they found was in the hub, and immediately Dulcinea started to get upset, and she really did start to break down very quickly. Last game, Dulcinea was quite upset about the idea of her privateering, more heavy-handed privateering past coming for her, whereas now Dulcinea is quite proud of it. She spent quite a lot of time with her crew again during this downtime, so she's quite okay with it now. But during the spring and the summer, she wasn't that fond of the thought of it, so she was frightened, and the Descendries boys did such a good job in helping her feel protected. Until the moment we got out the hub and there was Crimson Reapers walking by, and I picked up my dress and ran. One of the first nobles in Descendries to be told was Aurum, and Aurum is basically Dulcinea's adopted sister, given that her name was Luna Argine, which basically means Night Silver, and Aurum's name is obviously Aurum. They were the Golden Sisters, Golden Silver Sisters, and they privateered together for many years, so they are very close and have a very close bond. And if you know Aurum, you know that Aurum will yeet anyone who hurts her family. So immediately Aurum was fists up. Aurum was ready to kill everything and everyone to save her adopted sister, who was shaking in her boots at that time. And thus she went up to her adopted father. If you know Descendries again, you will know of Lupo, who I personally call my gold dad. Please adopt me. And basically what happened is that Aurum went up to Lupo, held up the poster. Lupo looked at it, said okay, turned around, went back in his tent, came out with a longsword and just said, "Let's go." And that's when I, out of character, started to panic a little bit, because Descendries are quite strong. Aurum has, I think, 4 strike downs a day, and that's just Aurum. And I was so worried that Reapers were going to die because of this arc. So you would think that the whole house of Descendries going over to the League would be enough. We were going to go over and see what was happening. Dulcinea was horrified the whole time, but they decided to go. But that's when Aurum and Lupo raised the murder squad. I can't remember how many people were there, 30, 40 at a push, all from Dawn, all knights, took all their swords, took their shields, and we all just started marching over to the League. The whole time though, Dulcinea was absolutely petrified, and Lupo actually had to hold her hand during the whole ordeal, which was such a wholesome moment and so many people thought was so cute. So thank you, because I was feeling quite real fear as well. I was very in the character's moment, so thank you, that helped a lot. So in 5 minutes we're in the League and we all just march into the League. Guns blazing basically, and immediately the egregore of League comes up to us and is asking what's happening, and immediately Aurum marches up front and says, "Where are the Crimson Reapers?" And it turned out that when the brother, who is actually Nico from the Crimson Reapers, saw people from Dawn coming over, he bounced and ran out a back tent. So Aurum really went ham with it, and she was yelling people down and questioning people, and there was a squad of people around me in a circle basically protecting me, because we were all under the impression that they were either coming back for Dulcinea for her pirating past, which she deserves by the way, or they were trying to take her back to an arranged marriage that was going to happen when Dulcinea turned 18 in the League, which was why she ran away for so long. But yeah, that's what everyone thought. And I was hid behind Lupo, literally hid behind Lupo, hoping and praying that no Reapers were going to die because of a missing sister arc. It wasn't until someone from the League came up to me. I don't remember who you were, I'm really sorry, but someone came up to me and they just went, "Oh, that's Nico's sister. That's his sister." Dulcinea was horrified, and all I could say, because I was so deep in the character, was just, "Where?" Not "where is he?" Just where? Just so petrified. Poor thing, bless her. And someone turned around, everyone started shouting for Nico, having no idea where Nico went. Just Nico suddenly came out of nowhere, came out of a tent and just very League, just slid out and was very proud in that moment. And on the other hand, Dulcinea, who was given a weapon to protect herself, bless her, dropped her weapon, screamed "Nico!" and ran up to her brother, and they just fell into this huge hug, and everyone just took a breath of relief that no Reapers had to die that day. And then everyone started talking and chatting, and it was nice to see, because I believe the Sentries and the Reapers aren't on the best terms, but who knows, maybe I can help rectify that. And yeah, that was one of the most tense LARP scenes I've ever been involved with. It was so tense because, I think because of the murder squad that was raised. This wasn't just me running from the Reapers my whole game until they caught me, which I expected was going to be the thing. I didn't expect so many people to get passionately involved and willing to put themselves in danger's way for Dulcinea, which really caught me off guard and was really flattering, honestly. You could feel the electricity in the air when we walked into the League. You could feel the tenseness in the air, just everyone ready to strike at each other. I mean, people had their swords out and their axes out. People were genuinely ready to fight with each other if they had to, just because of Dulcinea. But yeah, that was so much fun and my most favourite LARP experience I've had in a long time. But if you guys like this type of thing and would like to see more things like this, please do let me know. If you'd like to hear about my experiences being a frontline physic, or what it's been like playing a character that was a highwayman, and how any character can slot into my story because I could have robbed them. And if you're watching this and you're interested in having some sort of connection to Dulcinea, feel free to ask in the comments here. I also have an email address that I put below in every video, and you can email me. I know it is very close to E4. I am very aware that it is very close to E4, but 2-3 days. But if you're interested in some sort of connection and we can make it quick, let's do it. Let's go for drinks, let's talk about our highwayman days, let's talk about privateering, let's not get arrested, but let's do some crazy things together. So thank you guys so much for watching. It has been a pleasure to talk to you all a lot more casually, and I can't wait to meet as many of you as I can at next summit. And it has been once again my absolute pleasure to be talking to you all. Don't forget, I have a Discord server where I can talk to you all, and also I'd like to let you all know that right now I am running a Discord roleplay server called Two Kingdoms. You can play either a member of the Kingdom of Westwind or the Kingdom of Steel Rain, two opposing kingdoms at war, where I play Queen Laventia. It's a tragedy story, it's got drama, it's battle, and it's very intensely written. There's chapters, there's newspapers. It's a very immersive world that I'm very proud of. So if you're interested in doing some writing, Two Kingdoms roleplay will be listed below. We also do in-character talking, and I'm interested in making it a LARP system one day, so please stay tuned for that. Feel free to get involved. So again, thank you everyone, it's been a pleasure, and I can't wait to meet more of you at E4. Please do come say hi, it's a pleasure, and it was lovely to talk to you all and to get into Dulcinea's get-up before Next Empire. So yeah, until next time, my baby bats. Good day.